What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And guys, I hate to tell you this. I kind of like telling you this, but I am addicted to Chinatown. I'm hooked. Line and sinker, guys. I love working on Chinatown so much. And I know that we've been working on it a lot recently on the channel, but that's just the way the cracker crumbles. It's a very large project, like as big as the mall. Not as big as the mall, but like in that scope and size, if you consider like how much work is going to have to go into this Chinatown, it's like working on the mall. And the mall was something that took like 9 months, maybe longer. And I think we're working a lot faster on this thing, okay? I'm not getting any help. I did get some help from Solid on the mall a little bit, but I'm not getting any help on Chinatown, which is fine. This is one of those things I kind of want to work on myself, just to be honest with you guys. I just want to just do it all myself. It's not that I'm not accepting help, but I'm just not jumping at the chance to get helpers in Chinatown because I'm having so much fun with it. And I think that's important, to work on whatever you feel motivated to work on, and not just applying to Minecraft. I mean, applying to anything. And so, you know, I was working on the drum tower a lot, but I wasn't feeling it. So, you know, moving over to Chinatown was just a great thing for me because it's something that I was really feeling and I was excited about. And so, you know, follow your passion, guys. That's my advice for you today. You know, whatever excites you the most, that's what you should be doing. Don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do. And you know, come back to it later. That's been my philosophy throughout this whole thing, is come back to it later, and then, you know, you look at it with new eyes. So what I'm going to work on today is I'm inside of this little cafe. It's like a Chinese cafe. There's some outdoor seating, and I'm going to work on the interiors a lot today. I'm trying to get this going underway here. Hopefully get a big chunk of at least the bottom floor done, maybe a little bit of the top floor. And yeah, just think of a cafe. Any cafe where you would get food or tea or coffee or, you know, snacks, anything, you know, and it's Chinese style. So that's what we're going for today. Nothing too complicated, but I think it's going to come out pretty well. All right, you guys see me working in fast forward motion. You already know what that be meaning. That be meaning that it's Monday, and Mondays be meaning that it's Creative Question of the Week time, the part of the series where I answer questions provided by you, the community. Put in the comment section below. Be sure to think of a creative question so that you can get in on this action and steer this conversation in whatever direction you want to steer it, okay? So I really appreciate all the questions that come in. This week I got a pretty good timely question. You know, these timely questions are more likely to get chosen. So that's why I'm choosing this one today. And yes, so please put a question in the comment section below and we will see where that takes us. All right, today's comment of the week. No, creative question of the week, excuse me, comes from IGL Zenix with his fancy new channel art. Everybody getting channel art today or this week. Thank you to IGL Zenix for helping me with my channel art. And he says, so Bean, I have to ask, what are your thoughts of the new Call of Duty World War II game? Oh, see, it's a timely question, right? In case you're under a rock. Oh, by the way, thank you IGL Zenix for asking that question. I really do appreciate it. Go check out IGL's channel. He's got some Gaia videos up there, and you know, he's the leader of Zenland, so he's got a lot to share. Anyway, so yeah. Unless you're hiding in a rock, or I don't know how you would get in the rock, but you could be under it and you haven't heard about Call of Duty World War II has been announced, and there's been a trailer and it looks pretty cool, and he wants to know my thoughts on it, so I'll tell you. First of all, the trailer here was just a little bit of, it's like 2 minutes of single player action. Hot single player action. And it really looks good. The first thing I noticed were the graphics look incredible. They look awesome. It reminds me of like Battlefront graphics, where it's just like the next level. You know, when Battlefront first came out, that was like the next level. Like, you've never seen graphics like that before. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling with this Call of Duty. The player faces, the player models look really realistic, very realistic, and the explosions look great, and it's just a good looking game from the trailer. And they claim that it's actual gameplay footage, so that's great news, that it's gonna look good. But graphics don't make a game. In fact, they don't even really register. Graphics are just like some extra. That's the cherry on top. What makes a game good is how fun it is to play. And for me, Call of Duty single players is like not something I'm interested in anymore. I'm old school, guys. I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, but sort of. I played Call of Duty 3, I played Call of Duty 2, but I've been hardcore into Call of Duty since Modern Warfare came out. And that's because the single player was revolutionary, the multiplayer was even more revolutionary, and it was just an all-around probably the best first-person shooter. Even today is still standing, is probably the best that's ever been made, in my opinion, of course. And so yeah, that was an all-around great game, but as time progressed, as we went further and further into the Call of Duty field, the single player just got more and more stale. It's just like, okay, you got a gun, push forward, kill all the guys, push forward, kill all the guys. Oh, you got shot a bunch, you're not dead, fall back for a second, and then reheal and push forward. And it's just like, oh. And the AI is not very good, they're not very smart, and it's just shooting, and it's like so one-dimensional. You know, once in a while they'll throw in a mission where you got to do some weird thing that's not just a first-person shooter type thing, but it's just not, it doesn't happen often enough, and it's never fun enough. Remember the AC-130? Or whatever it was in Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. You got to go up in the AC-130. Then there was a sniper mission where you had to judge like the curvature of the earth, and you had to sneak around. And like the Call of Duty single player was very diverse and fun. But as time went on, it got more and more stale, more and more of the same thing. So when I see this Call of Duty single player, I'm not that excited, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, who plays single player anymore? Not I, said the me. And so, yeah, it's hard for me to get too excited. I need to learn about multiplayer to really get excited about a game, and I guess that's going to come out at E3. They'll probably say a lot of things. When is E3, by the way? It's got to be in like July usually, right? I think it's July. And so, yeah, we'll see at E3 how this multiplayer is going to stack up, and that's what I'm really hopeful about. I couldn't care less about the single player, to be honest with you, though it does look fun. I don't know. The returning to World War II, I'm kind of like yes and no. What happened to Vietnam? Did we just forget about Vietnam? Can we have a Call of Duty Vietnam, please? Or a Korea? Why has it always got to be the same theaters of war over and over again? But I am a little bit happy about it because let me tell you why, guys. And I'll tell you why. Black Ops was the last Call of Duty that I played. And I play that today. All the time I play Black Ops because it was the last good Call of Duty. And it had some of the problems that I'm about to talk about, but they weren't so pronounced that the gameplay was fundamentally changed. Here's my problem with the Call of Duty, why I cannot stomach the idea of any Call of Duty after Black Ops. It's because the game is too fast. I like realism. Like, they go through all this trouble to immerse you in the game, but when you go jump into multiplayer, everyone's a Kenyan sprinter. No one gets tired from sprinting. You can go from a sprint to aiming down your sights in less than a quarter of a second. The reload time, reloaded. The clips are huge now. So it takes away so much strategy. If you can just sprint around corners and get your gun up and be firing on target at a guy in less than half a second, that just takes out the realism. The realism's gone. It takes out the fun because there's less strategizing. You don't have to worry about where you are and how you're moving because you can always just pull up your gun like instantly. And if you run out of bullets, you can reload instantly. And that's why, you know, after Black Ops, I kind of went towards Battlefield. And Battlefield is great. It's so much superior in so many ways. But then it's made by EA. And in order to play the game, you have to put down like $200. So, and it's like, EA, I hate EA so much. But that game is really good. And, you know, it's definitely better than Call of Duty. All the Battlefields are better than Call of Duty in the recent times. I think, you know, they were always trying to pass Call of Duty. And I think they did as far as fun. But it's EA, and they're going to charge you through the nose to have fun, right? It's terrible. So yeah, I can't get on board with Battlefield either. And so Call of Duty has been something of like a problem for me because I like to play Call of Duties. I like the type of gameplay where it's like military sim but it's still arcadey. So I kind of like that, but at the same time it's gone too arcadey. Then they added jump packs. Oh my goodness, what the heck were they thinking? As if you didn't move fast enough already. As if you weren't able to put up your gun and start shooting at someone instantly. As if there's no recoil anymore. As they move towards future games, there was no recoil. It was just point, click, shoot. Oh, and then jump around. And so, yeah, it added an extra element of strategy with the jump boosts, the jump packs, but it wasn't realistic and it was just silly. You know, go play Halo if that's what you want to play, right? Why not play? Halo did it better. So why not just go play Halo? So I really like the fact that we're moving towards World War II, which I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed, but unfortunately the community is still a bunch of kids and they want that fast-paced ADD gameplay, right? I can't wait to bring up my gun. I can't wait to reload. You know, that would make me think too much. right? If you had the time when you reloaded, because it took you a realistic amount of time to reload, these kids with ADD, they would have a brain aneurysm, right? They need to be moving at all times. They need to be constantly shooting, and so what I'm really hoping with this is that since it's World War II, the guns are not as sophisticated. So I'm hoping there's more recoil on the guns, right? That's where the skill, the true skill of shooting comes in, is adjusting for the recoil. If you can just point, shoot, and kill, there's no fun in that. Anyone can do that. It takes away strategy, takes away skill. So I'm really hoping that, with these World War II era guns, there's going to be a lot more recoil that players have to adjust for. That's what I'm hoping, A. B, I'm hoping that players move slower. Okay, this is World War II. You're not super soldiers, right? I hope that players get fatigued. I really, really hate that you can just run all over the place. Just run, sprint everywhere, never getting tired. It's not realistic. It's taking away from strategizing. If you have to plan where you're going to run and when, then it's a whole new layer of strategy, and it makes it more realistic. It makes the smarter players, it gives them a reward for being smart, and it takes away the rewards from these ADD kids who just use their reflexes to win gun battles. I'm talking to you, Sage on the bar. So I'm hoping that there's a departure moving towards World at War. When you go play World at War, it is a completely different Call of Duty experience. It's for the reasons that I'm saying. Like, there's not a whole lot of sprinting around because, you make a lot of noise, you move slower. The game is very much slower paced. And, the first thing you're going to say is, oh, campers, right? No, it's not campers. It's just not being stupid, right? Put yourself in the position of a soldier in war. What is the best idea? To go running out into the open looking for kills, seeing the guy, he saw you first, but you aim faster than him, so that's how you get the kill? Is that what you would do in war? My aim is so good, I'm just going to run out in the open. It's stupid. I want realism. And that's what the foundation of Call of Duty was. It was realism, but with enough arcadey elements to, satisfy the person in you that doesn't want to just sit there and hope that you don't die. You know what I mean? So that's why Call of Duty was so successful, and that's why I feel like it's gone off hill so badly. And Black Ops 2 was really the start of the end. Oh man, yeah, it was like slightly in the future, but those weapons really didn't have much recoil. And I never played Ghost, but it's like it was the start. It's just so fast paced. Everyone moves so quickly. It's like not only do you never get tired, everyone is like Usain Bolt. It's like everyone's Usain Bolt. So you have these people just sprinting around like they're super soldiers. It doesn't make any sense. It's not fun. So I'm really kind of optimistic about this Call of Duty, and I hope they return to the roots a little bit. Not just the boots on the ground roots, which is great, but also the roots of, why was Modern Warfare so successful? Is because it was a beautiful mixture of realism and fun, arcade fun. And I think that's what Call of Duty has been lacking for the last 10 years. Not ever since Black Ops 1. And Black Ops, like I said, Black Ops 1, it has a lot of the arcadey elements, and it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's not the best one, but I think it was the last decent one. And then right after Black Ops 1, things went downhill fast. So yeah, I'm hopeful. Thank you, IGL. I'm hopeful about that, and I really am looking forward to it. November 3rd, I believe is the date, so that's a long way away, but you never know. It could be a great game, and I'm hoping it is. I don't know too much about Sledgehammer, so we'll see what they do with it, and it could be cool, it could be dumb, but yeah, I'm just excited that it's boots on the ground, and I'm really hoping that it's a little bit slower paced, and I think that's what's going to really make the game stand out from all this garbage that's been released in the last 10 years. Emphasis on the word garbage. It's been garbage. Absolutely garbage. When they start introducing pay-to-win sort of things, you know that they're struggling, right? And I don't know. I guess EA set the bar for making people pay through the teeth to play these games, but whatever. What can you say? Alright, so that's going to be my answer to that question. I want to thank you, IGL Zenix. Go check out his channel, and yeah, keep those questions coming. I love to see your questions, guys. This is my favorite part of reading the comment section, is seeing what kind of questions I'm going to have for the week ahead. And you guys did a good job of asking questions this week. And so, yes, thank you. Keep those coming. And if I didn't answer a question that you wanted to really hear the answer to, then keep putting it down there in the comment section. I might get to it. If it's an out of bounds question, I'll let you know. But usually there's no out of bounds questions, usually. Oh, I'm in the clouds. All right, so that is my little tea shop, tea shop place, and I got a lot of work to do on that, but I got started on the interior, so that's good. Chinatown is just going up and up, and we're gonna be done with it before you know it. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to me talk about all the problems I have with Call of Duty and all the hopes I have for the future. I don't want you to think I'm just complaining. I'm not complaining. I just really love Call of Duty and the way it started and where it's gone now. It's been a downgrade. It's just gone backwards, I think. So we're looking forward to the future. I can't wait for that. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't already. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.